I think something about that makes me sick. That's what it is. I think it's made me feel sick. And I think there's other stuff, like feeling like there's like, it feels like some people in the world, like some like dark and powerful people know what's going on and they're not telling the rest of us. I think that feels like what's happening sometimes. And I don't know if I'm the only person that's feeling that. I feel like they all know something that's happening. It always feels like there's something bigger and eviler in the distance hiding behind something that's kind of laughing a little. And yeah, and this just felt like the pinnacle of the horn of whatever creature that is, kind of. Or yeah, I don't know, something like that. Yeah, and I think it's scary. It's like, yeah, it's like where is safe? Where is safe? Where is safe? How is like a dad or parent who send their kids to school supposed to feel like they're in a safe place? It used to feel like things were safe. Or maybe it never, I don't know, maybe it never felt like that. But I don't know, it used to feel like things were safe somehow.
I had one the other night. I went into a restaurant and this woman stood up. I looked at her immediately. She had money. She wasn't serious. They get paid for it. They're professional from Soros and other people. And we're going to look into Soros because I think it's a RICO case against him and other people. Because this is more than like protest. This is real agitation. This is riots on the street. And we're going to look into that.
What do we do about our country with that? Because we have radicals on the right.
They should all know this. If you thought that my husband's mission was powerful before, you have no idea. You have no idea what you just have unleashed across this entire country. In this world, you have no idea. You have no idea the fire that you have ignited within this wife. The cries of this widow will echo around the world like a battle cry. To everyone listening tonight across America, the movement my husband built will not die. It won't. I refuse to let that happen. It will not die.
But as I mentioned, debate is only one part of Charlie's legacy. He was a builder. He was an entrepreneur. He was someone that was in touch with the youth. Someone who is no stranger to many of those same qualities and those same markers in their career is Barstool Sports founder and president Dave Portnoy, who joins me now. Dave, thanks for being with me here today. I do think I pay you a great compliment in suggesting that many of the same things Charlie was able to accomplish in this life, you have done in different forms and different degrees there at Barstool. I've seen you active on social media. Now, what would you say about Charlie Kirk?
So, the thing about Charlie and why this is so disturbing beyond, and I met him probably about 2 months ago at a conference, and I asked him two questions. A, how do you know so much about so many different things when you do these debates? And he just said he reads a lot. The second I asked was security, actually. I go, how much security do you travel with? Because he's heavy in politics, right? I'm not. I'm more sports. Occasionally, if something gets over, makes me burst out, I'll speak out on it. And I see how much hate and backlash you get when you talk on hot button topics. And that's all he did. So, he knew the risks going in, still went out and debated him. And what this instance, and Will, you know me, I probably disagree with 50, 60% of some of the things he believes in. But that's fine. We were able to shake hands, have a debate, and civilly talk about it. And the fact that even now, so many people that you knew somehow seem to be reveling in it and be like, aha, he got what he deserved, is so disgusting. And I tweeted yesterday, I thought it was one of the darkest days in American history. And I truly believe that. And you shouldn't care whether you agreed with his points, disagreed with his points. Somebody who believed in debate and letting people who disagreed with him have a forum to talk with him, a political assassination. When we're in this country and you're murdered for your political beliefs, that is as low as this country can get. And I give him all the credit in the world for continuing to go to these campuses, which is a threat. Every single time he stepped on that campus, it's a threat. And sadly, I was shocked when it happened, but I can't say it was like the most stunning thing I ever heard, which is a real indictment for where we are right now in this country with rhetoric. I don't care who's saying it, but you can't have the rhetoric that people say, and then when something tragic happens, be like, how did that happen? We've taken a direct course to get to this point. And he's somebody who, like I said, I didn't agree with a lot of his viewpoints, but I didn't think he was out there trying to be a person. He believed in what he said. He wasn't trying to be a character. He wasn't doing it, I didn't feel like, to build his persona, his company, his brand. He honestly believed it and was willing to discuss and debate it. And that's what this country is about. And you see people still today on social media, which is where he built his following, and it's so divided and it's so jaded. You have people who are saying, you know, like what I did, one of the worst tragedies in American history. And then you have other people being like, well, where were people talking about when little kids were like murdered? It's like, what are you even talking about? Like, where is this coming from? It's crazy.
And Dave, I honestly, both personally and now professionally in putting on a show, I've tried not to give too much oxygen and attention to exactly what I've seen. I've seen exactly what you've seen out there, which reflects an attitude in America that's disturbing. But random posters on the internet are one thing. Headlines like this from the New York Times are a completely different animal. You know, describing Charlie as a right-wing provocateur with close ties to Trump, who dies at the age of 31. Calling Charlie right-wing is the least of the accurate descriptions. To call him a provocateur, to say he died. Charlie was murdered. Charlie was assassinated. And Charlie believed, as you said, the things that he spoke of. 2 weeks ago, Dave, I was with you in Columbus, Ohio. And I can tell you this as much as the audience. You've built something in Barstool Sports. Charlie built something in Turning Point USA. When I was there at Columbus, Ohio with you, the two most things I hear about you, Barstool Sports, with these college kids, and people asking if I knew Charlie Kirk and talking about Turning Point. You both have built something that reached young people. I look forward to seeing you use it well, and I know that you will, Dave.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right.